Hello students. Today you are learning about medieval India and political transition. Transitional period. The period between the second half of the 12th century and the first half of the 13th century is recognized as the transitional period in Indian history. Transitional period indicates the preparedness of the society to enter from one era to another era. Transitional period means it is the preparedness of the society to enter from one era to another era. In Indian history, the period between the second half of the 12th century and the first half of the 13th century is recognized as the transitional period because during this transitional period, the Indian society entered medieval period from ancient period. During that time, the Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. There were small kingdoms, and the Turks attacked the small kingdoms, defeated them, and they established an empire which had a strong centralized power structure. Monotheism came in the field of religion due to the influence of Islam. All these developments indicate the beginning of medieval period in India. Now let us learn about Rajput dynasties. After the rule of Vardhanas of Taneshwara, most of the western and the northern India was ruled by many Rajput dynasties. They are Gurjara Pratiharas, Chandelas of Bundelkhand, Garhwalas, Solankis, Paramaras and many other Rajput dynasties ruled western and the northern India. Gurjara Pratiharas. The founder of the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty was Nagabhatta. Their capital was Kanauj. The most powerful kings of this dynasty were Nagabhatta, Mihira Bhoja and Mahendra Pala. The last king of this dynasty was Mahipala. The Pratiharas ruled Sindh region by keeping Kanauj as their capital city. The capital of the Pratiharas was Kanauj. They fought back the frequent Arab attacks. Mihira Bhoja and Mahendra Pala, the powerful rulers of this dynasty, had defeated the Palas of Bengal and had extended their Pratihara kingdom till Bengal. An Arab traveler named Suleiman has visited the court of Mihira Bhoja and has appreciated the kingdom as it had peace. The Arab traveler who visited the court of Mihira Bhoja was Suleiman. He has appreciated the kingdom as it had peace. Garhwalas. The founder of the Garhwala dynasty was Chandradeva. Their capital was Varanasi. Famous king Govinda Chandra and the last king was Jayachandra. Govinda Chandra extended his rule till Malwa and Magadha by defeating Palas. He also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. The rulers of Kashmir, Gujarat and Chola had good relationship with Govinda Chandra. Paramaras. The founder of the Paramara dynasty was Upendra Krishnaraja. Their capital was Dharanagara. Famous king of the dynasty was Bhoja. The last king, Arjun Varman. Bhoja is the most popular king of Paramara dynasty. Who is the most popular king of Paramara dynasty? Bhoja. King Bhoja extended the Paramara state by defeating Kalyani Chalukyas, Gangas of Kalinga and northern Konkans. Though Bhoja experienced ups and downs in political sphere, he remained undefeated in the area of literature. He himself was a poet. Solankis. The founder of the Solankis was Mularaja. Capital was Anilwada. The famous kings of this dynasty were Bhima I, Mularaja II and Veeradhavala. The last king, Karnadeva. Though Bhima I is the most famous king from this dynasty, He could not protect the Somanatha temple from Ghazni's invasion. Muhammad Ghazni attacked Somanath temple during the time of Bhima I. Mula Raja II defeated Muhammad Ghazni near Mount Abu. During the rule of this dynasty, the famous Jain scholar Hemachandra compiled a Prakrit dictionary named Deshimala. Ulaf Khan and Nasrat Khan, the military generals of Alauddin Khilji, defeated Karnadeva, the last ruler of the Solanki dynasty, and made the kingdom of Solankis a part of Delhi Sultanate. Chandelas. The founder of the Chandelas was Nannuka. Capital Khajuraho and Mahoba. Famous king Danga. Last king Veeravarman. In the beginning, Chandelas were the feudatory kings of Pratiharas. After the decline of Paramaras, Danga declared himself as independent king. He took hold of the eastern part of Paramaras' kingdom and extended his kingdom by defeating Palas and Adras. Danga had the title Maharajadiraja. He extended military help to Hindu Shahi King Jayapala to fight back attacking Turks. Finally, due to the infighting and lack of unity among Rajputs, Khilji Sultans conquered this kingdom. Chauhans. Founder Vigraha Raja II. Capital Ajmer. Famous kings of this dynasty were Ajay Raja, Vigraha Raja IV and Prithviraj III. The last king, Prithviraj III. Chauhan dynasty was the most famous dynasty of the Rajputs, and Prithviraj Chauhan was the most famous king of the Rajputs. First Battle of Tarain. First Battle of Tarain took place between Muhammad Ghori and Prithviraj Chauhan. In this battle, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori at Tarain. Ghori wanted to extend his Ghor kingdom towards Sindh region. Second Battle of Tarain. Muhammad Ghori, who was severely wounded in the first battle, led another attack towards Delhi in the following year. He defeated Prithviraj Chauhan at Tarain, the very place of previous battle. So during the first battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan, but during the second battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. Prithviraj is an embodiment of Rajput valor and bravery. Now let us learn about the contribution of the Rajputs towards literature. Kings like Bhoja and Munja have written various literary works. King Munja had poets like Padmagupta and Halayuda in his kingdom. King Bhoja had extended his royal patronage to the Jain scholars like Shantisena, Prabhachandra Suri and Ganapala during his rule. The famous literary works composed during the Rajputs are Jayadeva's Gita Govinda, Bharavi's Kiratarjuniya, Bharatruhari's Ravanavadha, Mahendra Pala's Kavya Mimamse, Rajashekara's Bala Ramayana and Karpura Manjari, Bhavabhuti's Mahavira Charitra and Uttara Ramacharita, Kalhana's Rajatarangini, Jayanika's Prithviraj Vijaya, Hemachandra's Kumarapala Charita, Chandbardai's Prithviraj Raso, and Ballala's Bhoja Prabandha. The educational institutions of Nalanda, Kashi, Vikramashila and Ujjaini received support from Rajputs. Art and architecture. The Rajput kings constructed spacious forts in Chittor, Mandu, Ranthambore, Jodhpur and Gwalior of northern India. They built palaces in Jaipur, Gwalior and Udaipur. Dilavara Temple, Vimala Temple and Luna Vasahi temples were built on Mount Abu. All these are beautiful and known for the artistic architecture. The Chandelas built Kandaraya's temple in Khajuraho. The painting style of this period is classified as Rajasthani painting style and Pahari painting style. Rajasthani painting style can be seen in Meva, Bukaner, Jodhpur, Jalesmar and Buni. Pahari painting style can be seen in Khasoli, Jammu and Garhwal. The remaining part of the lesson will be continued in the next video. Thank you.